times when I'm doing that, I can't.
All right, there's a look at all of the folks here for homecoming tonight at Silver Bluff High School, and a big, big contingent of folks in the parking lot.
There's a lot of smoke flying out there.
They're cooking it up, and when we pulled in, we were about an hour before game time, and holy cow, the cars that were here, and that made you realize this group, Silver Bluff has always been, you said it in the opening, at Friday Night Lights, they get into their high school football. They all come out to it, and what a crowd they have here on hand, lots and lots of cars.
And it looks to me like the band uniforms are new. I don't know, maybe they've been here a couple of years, but they certainly do look sharp. The flag group looks sharp. The field is in terrific condition. It's a beautiful night tonight. I mean, we couldn't ask for any better weather than this. This is ideal fall football weather.
They've also got a new facility. I think they're panning toward it now. If they pan a little bit further and pull out, you will see that there's a new restroom facility. And I have to admit, the restroom facilities out here were a little bit on the slack side here on the home side. And there I think you can see it behind that scoreboard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see in that particular shot, but there you see the roof line, very, very nice. And they've got it separated for the visitor side and the home side. And that's something that's sad that we see now everywhere we go, is they're putting up fences so that the South Aiken side can't get to the Aiken side and vice versa. And that was one of the things I always liked about Aiken County football, is we all knew each other and we all sort of spent time on both sides sometimes of pulling for each other. But in this day and age, you got to keep it separate, so they've got a fence up to do that, and I guess that's the safe way to go. But tonight on the field, the Bulldogs against the Falcons, what can we expect from Silver Bluff?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think Silver Bluff, they switched up, and they started the season with one young man at quarterback, and then they switched it up. Coach was very happy about that, and Darius Johnson, he wants him to touch the football as much as possible. Typically, we've seen it over the years. Silver Bluff is primarily a running football team. I expect to see that tonight. Okay, Johnson last week, for instance, he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. Okay, so I expect they'll run the football. Allendale may throw it around a little bit more than Silver Bluff does. Okay.
Yeah, when we saw him against Barnwell, it made sense. Johnson started at quarterback, but he was having a hard time getting the ball. It was more of a wildcat type of situation, but he was trying to distribute the ball to Malik Williams, and probably after the first quarter, and Williams did a good job and basically off to Johnson, and Johnson did a good job under the circumstances. They fell way behind. They were 28-0 down early in the second quarter, but they fought back. It was 28-7 at halftime, scored another touchdown in the second half, and at least played Barnwell tough, and I think that is Barnwell's closest game this season. So it's going to be interesting to watch Silver Bluff tonight against a group that they'll be more evenly matched. If not, they'll overmatch them a little bit. And for Allendale, they haven't won a game on the season. They're the Falcons, and who can we expect to see from them?
Well, I'll tell you, the guy that they're the highest on is somebody that plays both ways for them. Kenorian Williams does a great job in the secondary, anchors their defense back there, and also is a threat offensively. Captains are coming out, and let's see if we can get the names of the people for Silver Bluff, the homestanding Bulldogs. Okay, we've got number 3, B.J. Green. Number 6 is Donovan Bush, one of their stars and one of their leaders, senior leaders. Okay, number 78 is Nathan Gray. All right, and number 42 is Jaheim Bush.
All right, they're out for the coin toss. And what number is Williams, so everybody at home will know who to look for? Well, you're going to do the same thing I did. I couldn't find him, so that's.
I'll get that for you in a second.
All right, that'll be good. Meantime, Williams going to be featured player for them. Who else might we see for Allendale?
And he's going to be a wide receiver, and he's also working in the secondary.
Oh, okay. They got a bunch of roster players with no numbers, which sometimes that's what we find. In fact, they've got on our roster, like as you sit there looking at the captains.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this other roster because it looks like it's more accurate, actually.
Okay.
Okay. And Kenorian Williams, for instance, quarterback, free safety, wide receiver, 6'1", 175. Okay.
All right. And he's right. We get rosters off of the internet, and sometimes they're complete adventure along the way. All right, if you heard that, Silver Bluff won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So they'll defend the north goal. Allendale will get the ball on the south goal. And now we get one of those warnings we hear on the radio. I think that's a warning that the Bulldogs are getting ready to come on the field. Gail Gulick sighting, another homecoming member showing up here tonight. Lots of people we know. We knew Gail from South Aiken, but before he was South Aiken, he was Silver Bluff.
The kicker for the Bulldogs is going to be Oscar Lopez, number 14. We'll see who Allendale sends back to receive the kick.
Cheerleaders in the band on the field, getting ready to welcome Silver Bluff on the field as they'll wear their home blue uniforms, blue jerseys, blue pants. They bust through the sign, and here they come. And a big crowd in the stands waiting for them. We're about for football at Silver Bluff High School. Allendale has come on at the same time. So they'll occupy the visitor side away from us. And Coach, I believe we're about a minute away from kickoff. Any last thoughts before we kick it off?
Well, I'm going to pick Silver Bluff to win this ball game tonight. That's my last thought here. I hope they do for homecoming. It's always good for the school. And Silver Bluff's played some competitive football so far this year. They're still very young. Their program, as I understand it, is getting stronger. They've got a good group on their JV, good group on the younger kids, and they think that they're going to be competitive with anybody in the very near future.
All right. Allendale with their white jerseys and white pants and very light yellow gold numbers, which are almost impossible to see.
Tough
but
to see. Deep
is number 3 for Allendale, who is on neither one of our rosters. So Williams. Pointed out the kicker is Oscar Lopez, and Silver Bluff normally has very, very good kickers. He's a big kid. Winds up and off, kicks away. It's right down the middle, fielded at the 7-yard line, bobbled, picked up at the 10. Comes up across the 20.
Not a bad return.
25. That'll be a Chandler Law Firm. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Defensively for Silver Bluff, the defensive ends. Okay. Breon Hill, number 51. Keon Quattlebaum, number 52. The nose guard, Jaheim Bush, number 42. We'll pick up the rest as we go here.
One wide receiver, split wide to the left, flanker on the right side. And now back, they send a man in motion, sort of a half wing tee. Gets a good run, going to pick up 14 yards. Give him 15 to the 40. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. Allendale, big play on their first play.
And Eric Rouse, number 28, in on the tackle.
15 on the play brings up 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
The outside linebackers, Elijah Alford and C.J. Holly for Silver Bluff. Inside linebackers, Donovan Bush and B.J. Green.
Same formation. Half a wing tee. Run behind the power side. Silver Bluff ready for that. Gain of a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
And we will probably call his name a lot tonight in this ball game. That was Donovan Bush, number 6. He's their leading tackler, and also I think easily said he's the leader of the defense.
You'll see him on offense. He'll play the fullback position at times.
He's going to start there tonight, yeah.
Second and 9. Split a man to the right this side. Now, keeper by the quarterback. He's going to be tripped up over the 45 to the 46. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Big play here early in the football game. Silver Bluff trying to keep Allendale out of their territory and get the ball back. If you're joining us late, Silver Bluff kicked off, and this is the opening drive. Homecoming here at the Bluff. Single back. Again, power side. They go to the back. He drives up. He's going to be very close to the first down. Depends on a left foot, right foot step off.
I think he's just short. I think he had to get to the line and did not do that, but they may go for it right here.
4 down territory. They keep the offense on the field. They stack the line of scrimmage, split a man out wide to the left. Quarterback keeper going to get it by a lot.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Into Silver Bluff territory to the 48-yard line. Channel Law Firm 1st and 10. Allendale, 2 first downs on their first possession. Thank you. Same formation. Quarterback under center. They end up in an option play. Goes for big yardage across the 40. He'll be close to 10 yards. Give him 9. That'll bring up 2nd down and 1. Nice looking option play out of
Very nicely performed. That's very good. Looked real sharp on that play.
That is a block in the back on the Tigers.
All right, so a 5-yard walk-off, and they're calling them the Tigers, Coach. Falcons, Tigers, oh my. Bring another bottle of water.
They are indeed the Tigers.
Well, there you go. The picture of the Falcon did fool us. And I told you it could be a Cardinal. But no. All right, Allendale, 10-yard walk-off. Sets them back to where it was 1st down and 12. Quarterback keeper takes 2 yards, 2nd down and 10 coming up. And that's something we've seen early here in the season is teams moving the football, but penalties just killing them.
Well, sure. That hurts anybody, any team at any level. The penalties are just seem to put a pall on everything.
All right, they spread the field this time. 2 split wide to the left, 2 to the right. Backs up, hands off to the one back. He's going to get up to the 44-yard line as he heads downfield. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And we've got early Aiken Regional Medical Center timeout on the field for an injured player. And they're going to send the teams to the sidelines. So we've got a break in the action with that Aiken Regional Medical Center timeout. We'll come back and tell you who it is and our diagnosis here from the booth. We'll be right back.
At the Jewelers Loop, we have a great selection of diamond engagement rings that every bride-to-be would love. So make your girl happy. Come see us in our 5,000 square foot showroom in the heart of Aiken. We offer diamond jewelry pieces from several high-end designers. Shop with us at the Jewelers Loop so we can help you find exactly what you're looking for at an affordable price. Or visit us online at thejewelersloop.com. The Jewelers Loop, where life's great celebrations begin.
What's the number of the player coming off? Yeah.
42. Jaheim Bush, number 42, is the injured player. Looks like he's doing all right under his own power.
Now Allendale, fast play. They get to the line of scrimmage. The injured player walked out on his own power. That gets us down to around the 11-yard line. We'll call it the 10. It's going to be Chandler Law Firm first and goal from the 10 as Allendale moving the football on the Bulldogs, the Tigers, who once had a Falcon. At least the group in the group in Michigan. Was that what the roster we had for Silver Bluff?
There we got a penalty.
Allendale's right guard flinches, and that'll be a false start.
And the quarterback for Allendale-Fairfax, we just got a confirmation from his coach. Okay. And we'll get that name for you in just a second.
All right, 2 split wide to the right side. Thank you, sir. After the 5-yard walk-off, first play, gains a yard, give him 2.
And the quarterback is Sean Jones.
All right.
Number 11.
About 2 on the play, brings up second goal.
All right, second down and goal from the 12-yard. Under pressure, throws it up for grabs. It's going to be picked off at the 1-yard line by the Bulldogs. So Silver Bluff's defense makes a big play. They'll have 99 yards to go, but the big thing is they keep Allendale out of the end zone.
And that interception is made by Eric Rouse, number 28.
Interception made by number 28, Eric Rouse.
And PA announcer backs you up on that call. Coach,
That's
good
right.
job.
All right, and
Go ahead.
the secondary for Silver Bluff, Tamaria Simmons, Eric Rouse, who just made the interception, Quentin Walker, and Nicholas Brown.
All right, Malik Williams checks into the game. He'll start at quarterback with Johnson in the backfield, right along with Bush. Before they get started, we got a whistle over on the side. If there's a penalty, they'll just roll the ball over, I believe. Actually, they're saying the ball is on the 2-yard line. And they're going to call it offsides against Allendale. So getting out of the hole, that's a big penalty right down there. 5
That gives
yards.
them a little room, sure.
First down and 5. Handoff, going to go nowhere. Going to be knocked down at the 5-yard line. That's a loss of 1 on the play. He's going to bring up second down and 6.
And that was Darius Johnson, number 5, carrying the football, and he got hit 2 yards deep in the backfield and was able to get back to just about the line of scrimmage.
So Allendale gets 1 of the yards back. Man comes in motion into the pile. Allendale comes up big on defense.
Javarius Yalmans makes that. He's their middle linebacker. All right, good tackle. He's 6'1". They got him listed at 245, and he's a senior. Nice defensive play.
Wright runs over to the sidelines, gets the play. One thing Malik will be at the end of the night is winded from just running back and forth to the sideline to the huddle. In motion, going to be knocked down now, getting outside, and that's going the wrong way. Allendale somehow came up with the ball. He was going the wrong way. One of his players grabbed him, pushed him, and he's back into the end zone for a touchdown.
Now that's a wild play there. Somehow he got the football, started to take it 95 yards the other direction. Fortunately, one of his players stopped him, pushed him the right way. That's as wild as you're going to see right now.
I don't know that I've seen that in high school football. I've seen it on the pro level. back in the day, a long time ago.
A long time before you were even born, maybe. Wrong way, Corrigan scored a touchdown going the wrong way.
That was pretty crazy. So a fumble in the end zone recovered by Allendale, who takes it out 5 yards and turns around and goes back and gets the touchdown.
And nobody.
I'm not sure that he had a touchdown when he took off with it. The ball would have been dead as he was standing in the end zone with the ball. Kick is up. Kick is good. So Allendale gets a big break.
That's a huge break.
Corrects a mistake they were about to make and gets in the end zone. They lead 7-0, 5:57 to go here in the first quarter. And that would have been something.
It would have been really unusual if he ran all the way into his own end zone and they had to take a safety.
Surely somebody would have caught him. I guess it depended on how fast he was going. One of his players. This is the Remax Tattersall. Did you see that replay? And there he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. And the player's like, where are you going? Turns him around. No harm, no foul. But I think
crazy.
When he had it in the end zone, that was a touchdown at that point.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
All right, so that was some excitement in the Tyler Tire end zone. Silver Bluff had the ball in the end zone. Allendale had it in the end zone. Took a peculiar route, but came back and got the touchdown. So Allendale, who struggled this year, may be their first lead of the year. Here's our kick. Deep, fielded on the 15. Fitzmaroon finds a seam, gets outside, caught down from behind, but not before he gets to the 39-yard line. That was number 15, wide receiver Jordan Powell.
And that was a very nice return by Jordan Powell. You're right. Made a couple of nice moves. Good block right there also.
So Silver Bluff, who started on the 1-yard line after the interception, now will start at the 39. A little bit better. Handoff on the dive. That's Bush. Bush gets across the 40 to the 41, going to pick up 2. Second down and 8.
Cam 2 on the play brings up second and 8.
Yet to see Johnson. Johnson may have handled the ball in the end zone. I'm not 100% sure who the fumble was. Hard count gets Allendale to jump. That'll give him 5 extra yards. Silver Bluff.
Encroachment call on the Tigers.
Right. 2 5-yard penalties than they do in the running game. I'm sure we're seeing some strange things here so far tonight.
So far. Porter goes in motion. Handed off to Porter. He slips through, and he's going to be right at the first down marker. May have a first down. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot him right at the sticks, and they're going to call it third down. 9 and 1, less than for Silver Bluff. Williams under center. Hard count, tried to get him off. Fullback Bush drives across the 50 into Tiger territory. Pick up 3 yards. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Once again, good tackle by Javarius Yaumans, inside linebacker for the Tigers.
But strong running from Bush. Needed a half a yard, got 2.5. first pass of the game. Goes incomplete.
That was intended for Dominique Davis. Nice hard tackle separated him from the ball.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Silver Bluff's first possession of the game resulted in a touchdown for Allendale on the fumble. They lead 7-0. This is the second possession of the game. Pitch back. This is Johnson getting outside. He's going to get a short gain. Officials want a late hit as he was pushed out of bounds, but no flag forthcoming. Pickup of a yard.
And that tackle was made by number 23, Kenorius Williams. We talked about him earlier, and that's his modus operandi there. They say he covers the entire field.
So 2nd down, or make it 3rd down. And we'll call it 9 and give him 1 yard on that play. Backs up looking to pass. Now under pressure, going to run away. Got some room, some green grass in front of him. Not enough to get the first down, though. He's going to be run out of bounds short of the 40-yard line, short of the first down. So to bring up 4th down, and I believe we're in 4-down territory again.
They're moving the chains. I don't think that's right. Yeah, now the referee's asking them to please put the chains back where they belong.
I was going to say, there's no way it was close enough.
No.
4th down and 4.
And they are going for it. You're right.
They'll more than likely look for number 5 in the backfield to make their play. He's their playmaker, Johnson. Darius Johnson, they hand off to him. He gets a couple block steps inside. They had in front of him, and now he gets outside. He's going to have the first down and more as he goes out at the 32. Good run, good first down. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
And that's a nice run by Johnson. He didn't have a whole lot of help out there. He just outran everybody. There's the defender outside, inside, and very fortunate to pick up that first down. Nice effort. The offensive line for Silver Bluff, left tackle Connor Barton, number 66. Left guard Dominic L., 72. The center Brian Hamilton, 63. The right guard Nathan Gray, number 78.
All right, tight offense. Hands off Bush in the middle. Bush drives Allendale backwards. Moves over the 30-yard line.
Now they're starting to move the ball a little bit. The right tackle there, Ryan Tilley, number 55. The tight end is Aubrey Newton, number 44.
2nd down, they gained 3 on that play. 2nd down and 7. Back up the pass, quick, out, caught. Nice play that time. And that's caught by number 80, Dominique Davis. That should move the chains. Silver Bluff playing with tempo now. Line up quickly. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 18. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson's in the open field. Oh, good tackle. Looked like he was going to step outside. He got down to around the 10-yard line.
And that was a little trap action out of the wing tee, and that was Donovan Bush, actually, number 6, that carried that football. And there's a nice trap by number 78 coming across. And the old Delaware wing tee jargon, that was 26-guard trap.
2nd down and 3. Give him 7 on the play. Hand off again. Bush doing the work. Gets him down to the 6. He needed 3. I believe that will move the chains and give us a Chandler Law Firm 1st and goal for the Bulldogs as they try to answer the miscue in the opposite Tyler Tire end zone.
And Bush got up a little slowly there. Stays in the ball game.
First and goal.
Power to the right side. They get Johnson with the back. He stops, cuts back inside, stays on his feet. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Brings second and goal at the 6.
Well defended that time by the Allendale Tigers.
Johnson showed some of his shiftiness. He can move around. He lost a yard on the play. Second down and 7. 7 to the goal line. They had success moving forward, north and south. Let's see if they go with that. Going to go with the pass. Backs up and had a man in his face. He's knocked down, incomplete. And that play quickly blew up in the face of the quarterback, Williams. So it brings up third down and goal at 7.
Early in the ball game, but you want to come away with something here.
Absolutely. Spreads the field a little bit with the wide receiver to the right side. Flanker on the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Going to hand off to Johnson. Johnson going to cut inside, looking for a hold. He'll get to the 5-yard line, a gain of 2, but it's going to be a fourth down and goal at the 5. Decision time, do you kick the field goal or go for it and give Allendale the long field? They're going to say he's down at the 6. So
going to take the field goal, I think. Lopez, number 14, going onto the field. He's a quality kicker. Did a nice job on the opening kickoff. He's got a strong leg.
I was going to say, in order to go for it, you better have a play that's 6 yards long.
Left-footed kicker. Oh, that's way wide.
Missed it to the left by about a full goalpost. That's sort of like a yank a putt, like you do on the golf course, right?
Easy now, easy. Okay, he just kicked that a little wide left.
All right. That's going to be a missed opportunity for Silver Bluff, and Allendale will get the ball back at the 20-yard line as they'll move it back out. Chandler Law Firm first and 10 at the 20.
And that was a pretty nice drive by Silver Bluff. They completed a couple passes, and Donovan Bush did a nice job running the ball, as did Johnson.
26 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. They're moving this ball game along. Both teams, lots of rushing. Dive play. Silver Bluff can't bring him down. He's going to pick up 3 yards.
I don't know how he got out of there. He was stopped in the backfield. Just kept moving and did pick up a little yardage.
Number 20, Johnson on the carry.
Give him 4 yards. Second down and 6. We appreciate David Boyd coming back tonight, one of our standard guys over the years. He's running camera now, but he got us a monitor in the booth, and we know what's happening. All right. That's the first quarter as the horn sounds. We're 1 quarter in the book. Allendale leads 7-0 over the home team, Silver Bluff. We'll take a break. You're watching Aiken Standard High School football.
I always ask myself, would I want me to represent me? Would I want a lawyer who is prepared, who is passionate, who is capable? And every day that we represent our clients, we're telling our clients that you can count on us to bring every skill, every ability, and all of our passion in representing your interests. That's what it means to count on Chandler. That means that you can count on us to fight for you.
I know that it was a heart attack, but I knew he was in trouble. His right coronary artery was 99% blocked and already collapsed.
So within 10 minutes, they had put a stent in.
I'm so glad that we made that decision to go to Aiken Regional right away.
We definitely made the right decision in going to Aiken Regional.
I don't think we could have gotten better care.
Back here at Silver Bluff High School, where there's a shortage of chairs. At least in the press box, there's a shortage of chairs. But the team being supported by a lot of fans as there's a shortage of seats in the stands. A big crowd on hand for homecoming.
Very nice crowd on this side. Allendale doesn't have a whole lot of people over there.
Yeah, as we pulled in, Tim O'Brien said, I think it's the Allendale people. I find that hard to believe. Keeper, Allendale gets the first down up over the 30, pushing hard. Almost escapes the whole pile, moves it up past the 35 to the 38.
Outstanding run that time by Jones. Sean Jones.
Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10.
First and 10 for the Tigers.
So Allendale a little bit better than advertised.
Yeah, I've been impressed by them so far. Defensively, they're aggressive, and offensively, they can move the football.
Right, movement in the line. They're not going to call that. Knock down turns and spins and gets 2 or 3 yards out over the 40-yard line.
Coastal Bulldogs. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Give him 3. Chandler Law Firm, 2nd down and 7.
Over the years when we watched Silver Bluff on defense, they like to blitz a lot of people. They like to move a lot of people around. Haven't had the opportunity to do that so much against Allendale because they just come up very tight formation. Not a whole lot of space.
Tight end to the right side, but the back split on the left side.
Nice defensive play that time.
It goes nowhere. No gain. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
One of the tacklers in there. Breon Hill, number 51, defensive end.
That run by the Tigers brought down by number 50, Travis Wood.
Allendale keeping it on the ground. I don't believe they've thrown a pass yet. That will certainly spell a short night for us. Now a powered side to the right. See if they run to that side to bring a man in the motion left. Keeping. He's got a tailback following him. He gets outside, gets over the 50-yard line, and he'll pick up the 1st down. That's going to be a Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for Allendale as they continue to move the football.
And it has been Jones doing a lot of the work.
Ball into the 47 of Silver Bluff, and Allendale moving. As they're right there on the Bulldog paw. Wide receiver, split wide to the left. Power to the right.
Oh, that's a nice play.
And there's a big play. Number 19 for Silver Bluff is Elijah Alford.
And Elijah was in the backfield as soon as that ball was snapped. Textbook tackle.
So they're going to say that his forward motion was stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I'm surprised at that. I think he actually hit him in the backfield, but they gave him the line.
Quarterback keeper, good defense out there. If he got a block, it was going to be really good. But number 8 for Silver Bluff came up, made a big play, put them back into Tiger territory. They lose 4 on the play, back to the other 48.
And C.J. Holly turned them around, and then it looked like 28 came up there. Eric Rousen helped make the tackle, along with Tamarius Simmons, 26.
First score of the game, Barnwell tied with Wade Hampton, 7-7 in the early going. Loss was 4 on the play. It brings up 3rd and a long 14. Jones under center. Stands up, first pass, short pass, and it's effective. Gets up close to the 1st down. They're going to say went out of bounds around the 40. I think they're going to spot him right at the 40 as we look at the Remax Tattersall. Did you see that replay?
A couple of nice blocks by the other wide receiver, and he was able to pick up a large gain. I think they're going to go for it right here.
Not as close as I thought, as they marked him right at the 40-yard line. So 2.5 yards to go for the 1st down. 4th down, big play for Silver Bluff, trailing 7-0 here in the second quarter. They try to get them off sides. Now the dive plays, pushes, and I believe that will be enough for the first down. They'll move the chains. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and on that one, I think his forward motion definitely got the first down. He was pushed back, but nice effort by Allendale.
So Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Allendale going to try to push their lead to 2 scores. Split receiver on the right side along with the left side. Quarterback going to keep, turn inside quickly. Good job of containment that time by Alford. Still going to get inside and get a couple of yards. Give him at least 3, maybe 4, 2nd down.
Quentin Walker, number 16, also in on that play. Jaheim Bush again.
Give him 4 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 6. Inside handoff, gets outside, now pulled and keeping his feet, gets to the 25-yard line. Looks like they were going to pull him down at 30. He's going to pick up an extra 5 or 6, and he's close to another first down. He did get a first down. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 as they move the chains again. Spot him down at 34. Going to take a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout with them. Allendale driving with the lead 7-0. We'll be back on the Aiken Standard Game of the Week.
Keep your family comfortable all year long and save money on your utility bills with a preferred client service program from Holly Heating and Air. Holly's service program includes priority service, no overtime charges, 15% off all repairs, plus a regular duct system inspection. And should you suddenly need us, we're here for you with emergency service 24/7, 365 days a year. So turn to the experts, Carrier, and the comfort pros at Holly Heating and Air. A name you know, a name you trust.
All right, Silver Bluff has talked about it. Maybe make an adjustment on defense, see if they can hold Allendale out of the end zone, as Allendale with a 7-0 lead where they recovered a fumble in the end zone against Silver Bluff to score the first time. Now they're on a sustained drive. Their first sustained drive fell short at the 1 yard on an interception by Silver Bluff, which that was actually Allendale's first pass. Mostly on the ground, spins, poor tackling, and that's going to take it in the end zone. And number 3 for Allendale is in the end zone, and they've got a lead of 13-0. And now the point after try will try to get it to 14-0. Do you know who number 3 is?
I do, Desmond Williams, okay, number 3, and Desmond broke a couple tackles, and that was a heck of a run. All right, did a lot of that by himself, takes it into the end zone, and outstanding effort.
So we mark number 3 as Desmond on our roster. Extra point try. Down, kick is up, and no good. So the kick's no good. But Allendale with the early 13-0 lead with 6:56 left to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on Aiken Standard Game of the Week.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tire she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to EverGrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
Allendale visits the Tyler Tire end zone for the second time of the game. And now we'll kick off for the second time here in the first half. As they
and I believe we're going to see sort of an unusual kick here for Allendale. It's one of the things I like to see from the special teams coaches.
They throw away the tee, lay it on the ground.
Yeah, this is going to be a little unusual.
Coach with the good eyes picking that up. Runs up, kicks it hard now. We've got a penalty. I believe they're going to call him offside.
He might have been offsides. And
Kick off and out of bounds. Offsides called on the Tigers.
Well, that won't fool Silver Bluff now. They've seen it.
Now, that's right. Now he's getting the tee back. Or he's getting instructions. He's going to get told where to kick the ball this time, and I guarantee it's not out of bounds.
I wonder if they called that. I don't know if we've got an instant replay on that, but I wonder if it was offsides on him if he crossed the field. But I think the kicker can actually step across on the kick, can he not?
I think so.
That was pretty instantaneous that he called it. Somebody got a head start.
And he's got that ball laying on its side again. Let's see what he does with it this time. Yeah, that's more like what I thought was going to happen.
And he gets away. He's back at the 30-yard line, picks it up. Moves. They're just keeping the ball away from Johnson in the open field.
And I like that. That I like. The first kick I wasn't enamored of, but that one I like. Tough to handle. Anything can happen. All right, that ball can take a lot of funny bounces.
As it is, pretty good field position for Silver Bluff as they'll start at the 32-yard line. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Watching that young man kick his extra points, he only takes one step. It's not like so. I don't think the strength of his game is kicking it deep. Let's put it that way.
All right, we've got another Honda Cars of Aiken timeout on the field. It's an official's timeout. It's a beautiful night here, and wouldn't think we'd need water breaks, but perhaps that's what we're taking.
We got 6:53 left in this first half, and Silver Bluff needs to make something happen offensively.
The game is going along very quickly. Both teams keeping the ball on the ground. We've got a score. Williston Elko up 12-2 early in the game. So it looks like Williston Elko trying to bounce back with no wins on the season.
Since that's one of the teams that we follow and one of the places we like to go to do a game, I hope they can keep that up and win that ball game tonight.
All right, the two teams have talked it over. The officials are ready to go. We're lined up. 13-0. Allendale, the Tigers, over the Bulldogs of Silver Bluff. Wing T formation, classic wing T. Do have one wide receiver split wide to the right, drops back, looking long. He had a man out there and makes a great catch. We saw him earlier in the game make a good catch. Now this is a great one. Dominique Davis. Coach, you had to like that effort.
That was a very good effort. Donovan Bush, or who was that?
That was Dominique Davis.
Dominique Davis. That was a great catch.
That gets Silver Bluff down the field quickly to the 32-yard line. Now Johnson gets the handoff. Johnson looking to get outside. He's going to get over to 30, but they run him down and push him back. He'll get over to 30 to the 29, but stop short. Looked like it's going to be a big play. Allendale quickly out there. Looking at the Remax Tattersall replay. Take our word for it, he made a great catch.
He was well covered. Went up and got the football.
That was a good play. They didn't have him split wide. They had him inside at the flanker. There's a quick handoff. Oh, and a fumble collected by Allendale. Silver Bluff unable to pounce on that fumble.
And that was number 23 that recovered that football, okay? Kenorian Williams. And they're right, he seems to be all over the place defensively.
So Allendale gets the ball back with 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. And a nice sustained drive, the way they've been moving the football. This will take us to halftime. Silver Bluff runs 2 players out on the field late. And now they had to call time. Silver Bluff takes a Honda Cars of Aiken timeout. They weren't ready to go on defense after the fumble, so they'll run them to the sidelines. And Silver Bluff looking a little bit shoddy here on homecoming.
But speaking of calling timeout while the play is getting ready, did you see the end of the Citadel Georgia Tech game where the coach called timeout after their team had just run it in for the winning touchdown?
I was in Columbia, and I had people behind me talking about it in the press box as it was happening.
Yeah.
And said, holy cow.
No, you got to be kidding.
Good win for the Bulldogs.
It sure was.
Those of us that are South Carolina alum pull for the Bulldogs to beat somebody besides us.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think South Carolina got a little job there on that fake field goal.
I think some of the calls,
that holding call,
they were definitely in favor of, well, it's Alabama, and they seem to get calls that's annoying. They don't need any help. They're really good. And I don't want to suggest that South Carolina was going to beat them. But South Carolina came ready to pull out all the stops and having an official.
Yeah, I think you should give them credit for that.
Man in motion.
I think that was motion. A couple people in motion. Let's see if they called it.
Yeah, Silver Bluff sideline coaches wanted something called. They didn't get it.
There's a flag. Yeah,
illegal shift. They did call it. All right.
That was the right call.
Bryant screaming at it and didn't realize, okay, they dropped the flag. So they'll take the penalty, a 5-yard walk-off, and make it 1st and 15. There's a look at the new facility behind the scoreboard. And the Silver Bluff State champions, 86, 90, 91, 2000, 2001.
You know, most schools never get a state championship, and they had 5. Pretty impressive.
Pretty good football players play here. They collected those, too. They went on to pro careers. Dwayne Bates, always one of my favorites. Dwayne Chavis, from back in the early days, the Chavis that played as a defensive back in the NFL, he was a wide receiver. And that was a good football player. It's very, very good football that they've played over the years down here. And they gained 3 yards on that, 2nd down and 12.
I think the Cowboys have one of Silver Bluff's very own playing for them now, don't they?
Yeah, and that's
DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
He's a good football player.
I don't believe he was part of those state championships, but he was a really good football player, obviously.
Oh, that's terrific defense right there.
Looks like Coach Lown came back and yelled at him. Good defensive play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. And that's been the problem for Silver Bluff. They've been in 3rd and short and unable to hold Allendale.
We had Bush and Bush on that play, I believe. Both of them.
All right, Bulldog fans, make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Fans kind of laid back. They weren't expecting this.
Kind of quiet over here on the sideline with the Silver Bluff fans. They haven't had a whole lot to cheer about yet.
Power side to the right. Send a man in motion. Quarterback keeps, can't get away. Silver Bluff playing with a little more intensity.
They're saying there was a fumble. I didn't see it.
I don't believe so. It's going to be 4th down and about 12. So the punting unit for the first time comes on the field for Allendale.
Tigers stop short. Brings up 4th and long.
Darius Johnson deep to receive. Let's see what they do with the punt here. Might want to keep it away. They're not. He's going to get a chance to return. He drops it, picks it up with one hand at 49. Now he's got room to run. They grab him before he makes it to the 40. They'll take him down right short of the 40-yard line. We'll call it the 41. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 as Silver Bluff, with 3:31 left to go here in the half, has a chance to put some points on the board.
Gives them a little shot in the arm there. Brought the people to a stand. Let's see whether or not they can move the football.
Lakeside up on Aiken in the early going, 15-0. So the defense showed some life. Let's see if the offense can do as well. And that's going to be a Honda Car of Aiken timeout by the Tigers. So we'll take a break with them. We'll be back. Aiken Standard High School football.
It all started at one family night in Dumfries, Virginia. Family night is for everybody. It's a time for families to do crafts together.
The kids just love going to Chick-fil-A for dinner. Being the single mom and getting everybody ready, it was tough. We would get there a little bit late, like on the tail end of it. Helen saw that I was having trouble getting them to Chick-fil-A for the family night on time and actually got it extended another hour. Noticing things like that, I never really told her how much she affected me, but she did.
Love you.
Move. Move.
Aiken Standard Player of the Week. We'll see who that is. This week could be one of these players. Silver Bluff playing. They're going to have to make some plays.
Last week it was Remy Leapart, okay, from Ridge Spring.
Good job. So congratulations to Leapart, Chick-fil-A Aiken Standard Player of the game. Handoff inside to Johnson. Johnson's going to move inside. Now he's in the open field. He's going to be tackled, or at least wrestled, and they're going to give him the 20-yard line, a pickup of about 20 yards. It's going to be moving the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10, and that's
outstanding play.
And that's Johnson's first big play of the game, first big rushing play of the game for Silver Bluff.
They used to run that all the time. Little counter action.
And a big rush here. Going to be sacked for a loss. Williams turned around and had him in his face. Heavy rush by Allendale that time. That's going to be a big loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 15 as he lost 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, they had their best offensive play of the night. Came right back and had one of their worst.
Another one back to pass, almost loses his balance, gets a block. Now going to throw. Can't haul it in. A left-hander. Hadn't noticed that until just that play, and there's a flag. And let's see what that call is. 2 flags next to each other. And that may be roughing the passer where that is. Personal foul. Roughing the passer against Allendale. That's a big play because they were going to face 3rd and long. That's going to give them an automatic 1st down, I believe. It's a 15-yard walk-off. And that'll keep Silver Bluff in business with 2:39 left to go.
I don't know if it's going to be an automatic 1st down or not. That pass was intended for Dominique Davis again. They've got him listed as their lone wide receiver, and that's been their primary target tonight.
They're going to move the chains.
There they go.
Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Tight formation. Bring a man up in motion. Stops, throws it over the middle.
Whoa.
Almost picked off. Trying to get her to number 44. Don't have him on my roster.
And that was intended for Aubrey Newton, number 44.
So Newton unable to get it. So clock stops with 2:35. Only took 4 seconds off the clock to run that play. 2nd down and 12. 2nd down and 10 from the 12-yard line. They're going to get this to Johnson. Johnson gets outside, steps inside. He'll push and shove all the way to the 10. Short gain. Or bring up 3rd down and 8 as he picks up 2 yards and a holding call against Silver Bluff. And that's probably going to short circuit this drive.
That was a holding call against the Bulldogs.
That hurts a little bit. 10 yards on the penalty.
10-yard walk-off going to bring up 2nd down and about 14. I think that's 2nd down and 22 rather. And a quick pitch inside. That's a tricky pass from Johnson that picked up a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and it's 3rd down and long.
Now that's a little wrinkle on a play that used to be called the counter crisscross, okay, which used to be a double handoff out of the wing tee. That time it was a single handoff and a little shovel pass.
Did y'all didn't run the shovel pass?
No, we ran the shovel pass, but we didn't run it on the crisscross.
Inventive play by D'Angelo Bryant.
I like to run that little shovel pass off of our waggle action. That was effective.
All right. Clock runs, 1:40 left to go until halftime. 3rd and long. I think it's 4-down territory based on what we've seen kicking-wise. Drives back, throws
He's
it.
got him.
He's got Johnson.
Yes,
there
he does.
Touchdown, Silver Bluff. What a play. He goes 26 yards on the play, and Johnson made a nice little nifty move as we look at the replay.
All right,
what a catch.
The defender could not see the football. Johnson could see the football, and he made the nice move. The ball was thrown to the inside. Well executed by Darius Johnson. Nice reception.
That's a huge play right here before halftime. Silver Bluff will be getting the ball first.
All right, let's see if Oscar can put this one through. And that brought the crowd to life.
Place down, kick is through.
All right.
13-7, so Silver Bluff cuts it to 6 points here right before halftime, 1:23 to go.
Little life.
How much does that affect momentum going to halftime?
Well, I'll tell you what, like you just said, they're going to get the football back, now assuming that they hold Allendale here, but I think they'll be able to do that with only 1:23 left.
Allendale has gotten their yardage rushing the football, keeping it on the ground, 10 yards here, 10 yards there. I don't know that they have any explosiveness. They haven't shown that. But I guess we're going to find out with 1:23 left to go here until halftime.
For the Bulldogs, Maggie for the Tigers.
Got a correction. The Chick-fil-A Player of the Week this week was Darius Johnson. So I think the young man that you talked about was the player
2
of the
weeks
week
ago.
before. Into the end zone. Now that's quite a kick. That's quite a weapon. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line. It's automatic touchback when the kicker kicks it in the end zone in high school football. So Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 as Silver Bluff gets into the Tyler Tire end zone on that 26-yard pass and catch from Williams to Johnson. That'll get the homecoming crowd revved up for the homecoming court and be ready for the second half. Of course, they need to navigate this last 1 minute and 23 seconds. Quick pass out. That went for big yardage the first time. Going to get a few yards this time. More than a few. Get up to the 25. It's going to pick up 5. Got out of bounds. Stopped the clock. 1:11. Good job running the football that time.
The Tigers in about 5 on play. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5. believe that was Desmond on the reception. Going to keep. Good job turning him back inside. He's going to pick up another 5 yards. I think that will move the chain. There is a flag trailing the play.
There's a penalty marker on the play.
Holding against Allendale.
All right, this last 2 minutes has taken longer than the first 10.
That may make Allendale keep the ball on the ground and see if they can move this out of to halftime. Because that's going to move it 10 yards back and make it second down and long. Make it 15, second and 15. So the Tigers have their instructions. They break the huddle. Clock does run, less than a minute. Got two split wide to the right. Gonna look right. Rolls out, throws it to the flanker who pulled back. Makes a nice spinning move back there. Gonna pick up 5 yards. Clock will continue to run. That's the big thing for Allendale. Third down. Didn't exactly gain anything. Third down and 15.
And that was another nice place by Yaheem Bush. Number 42, their nose guard, and he's had a good first half on defense.
A little bit of a fool on that. He caught it around the 10 and did so many spin moves. You thought he made yardage, but no, that was just getting back to the line of scrimmage. So they're going to let the clock run out. That'll be the last play of the first half. So Silver Bluff, who really didn't have much to hang a hat on, throws a long pass for 26 yards. I believe it was fourth down, was it not?
Well, that gave them some life because you're exactly right. They didn't have a whole lot going for them in this first half. Decent defensively, but they had given up a couple touchdowns, and certainly their offense has not been all that explosive, but that touchdown makes a big difference. They're going to get the ball back. I'm happy to see them throwing the ball a little bit too. Okay, they've been effective with that now to two different receivers. First, it looked like they were going to continue to throw primarily to Dominique Davis, but Johnson got his act together there and made a nice move on that pass.
We came into the game expecting to see Darius Johnson getting a lot of the football. He hadn't gotten it that many times, but he certainly showed himself on that pass, made a big catch, had to step inside the defender to make the catch and fall in the end zone for the touchdown. 13-7 our score at halftime. You saw the homecoming court coming on the field. Here comes the high school marching band. We'll take a break. We'll come back and maybe see if our microphones can pick up any of the announcements of the homecoming court when we return on the Aiken Standard High School Game of the Week.
People move to the charming community of Aiken, South Carolina for a variety of reasons.
To start a family.
To open a business.
To pursue a passion.
And to embark on a new chapter.
Whether you're on the hunt for a 1,000 square foot starter home, a 5,000 square foot vacation home, or a 10,000 square foot office building, or an even bigger piece of land, no one has more knowledge of the entire Aiken market than the RE/MAX Tattersall Group. Local experts in all residential and commercial properties, the RE/MAX Tattersall Group is the only international full-service real estate company in Aiken. A member of the RE/MAX Global Network, the Tattersall Group is also the only RE/MAX office in the country that's branded with both collection and commercial designations. The collection division provides exceptional service for luxury home buyers, while the commercial division is comprised of specialists who only handle commercial sales and leasing. With an in-depth knowledge of the Aiken market and years of real estate experience, our agents make the buying process seamless, from the search to negotiations to closing. Located in the heart of downtown Aiken, the RE/MAX Tattersall Group is ready to help you find a property you'll love.
From your first home
to your dream home
to your dream office.
From plantations
and pastures to bungalows
and buildings.
No one opens more doors in Aiken than the RE/MAX Tattersall Group.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tire she's riding on will. With a revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to EverGrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
This commercial our 2019-2020 Silver Bluff
You
Homecoming
can't
Award.
always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tire she's riding on will. With a revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to EverGrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
Back here, we're at halftime. Allendale holds the lead over Silver Bluff High School 13-7, but Silver Bluff scores with 1:23 left to go in the half to pull within that score, and they'll get the ball first in the second half. All right, it is homecoming, as we've said several times, and the homecoming court is headed out on the field. We're going to go down on the field, get a microphone out, and the PA announcer, who we do not know his name, probably should know that, will make the call for you at home as we enjoy homecoming at Silver Bluff High School.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing the freshman class is Miss Soraya Dupera, escorted by her brother, Mr. Damian Green. Representing the sophomore class is Miss Maya Cribbs, escorted by her father, Mr. Quentin Cribbs. Representing the junior class is Miss Kaylin Glover, escorted by her father, Mr. Vertus Holly. Representing Tamara Simmons is Miss Jessica Ben-Dixon, escorted by her brother, Mr. Tyler Ben-Dixon. Representing Ja'Cory Tanksley is Miss Patience Green, escorted by her grandfather, Mr. Cecil Jackson. Representing Brandon Thorne is Miss Mallory Grosshans, escorted by her brother, Mr. Tyler McGowan. Representing Chavez Roberson, Miss Kiana Harris, escorted by her mother, Mrs. Nora Gordon. Representing Jaheen Bush is Miss Trinae Johnson, escorted by her father, Mr. Tremaine Johnson. Representing Jeremiah Jones is Miss Aaliyah Jackson, escorted by her brother, Mr. Parkwaz Holmes. Representing Travis Bush is Miss Jessica Matlock, escorted by her father, Mr. Michael Matlock. Representing Oscar Lopez is Miss Kaylee Lowe, escorted by her grandfather, Mr. Tommy Lowe. Representing Jason Hobbs is Miss Hannah Sankey, escorted by her father, Mr. Brandon Creel. Representing Nathan Gray is Miss Sarah Moyer, escorted by her father, Mr. Robert Moyer. Representing Darius Johnson is Miss Reagan Watson, escorted by her brother, Mr. Philip Watson. Representing Christopher Holly is Miss Markayla Walker, escorted by her brother, Mr. Treson Brown. Representing Donovan Bush is Miss Courtney Young, escorted by her father, Mr. Christopher Lincoln. And representing Byron Green is Miss Michaela Williams, escorted by her uncle, Mr. Willie Williams. And now is our underclass representatives. Your freshman representative is Miss Soraya Dupera. Your sophomore representative is Miss Maya Cribbs. Your junior representative is Miss Kaylin Glover. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome back last year's homecoming queen, Miss Lanadia Walker. And now it is time to announce our winners. The runner-up and your senior class representative is Miss Jessica Matlock. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Your 2019-2020 Silver Bluff Homecoming Queen is Miss Reagan Watson.
all started at one family night in Dumfries, Virginia. Family night is for everybody. It's a time for families to do crafts together.
The kids just love going to Chick-fil-A for dinner. Being the single mom and getting everybody ready, it was tough. We would get there a little bit late, like on the tail end of it. Helen saw that I was having trouble getting them to Chick-fil-A for the family night on time and actually got it extended another hour. Noticing things like that, I never really told her how much she affected me, but she did.
Love you.
Move.
At the Jeweler's Loop, we have a great selection of diamond engagement rings that every bride-to-be would love. So make your girl happy. Come see us in our 5,000 square foot showroom in the heart of Aiken. We offer diamond jewelry pieces from several high-end designers. Shop with us at the Jeweler's Loop so we can help you find exactly what you're looking for at an affordable price. Or visit us online at thejewelersloop.com. The Jeweler's Loop, where life's great celebrations begin.
I always ask myself, would I want me to represent me? Would I want a lawyer who is prepared, who is passionate, who is capable? And every day that we represent our clients, we're telling our clients that you can count on us to bring every skill, every ability, and all of our passion in representing your interests. That's what it means to count on Chandler. That means that you can count on us to fight for you.
That it was a heart attack, but I knew he was in trouble. His right coronary artery was 99% blocked and already collapsed.
So within 10 minutes, they had put a stent in.
I'm so glad that we made that decision to go to Aiken Regional right away.
We definitely made the right decision in going to Aiken Regional.
I don't think we could have gotten better care.
Keep your family comfortable all year long and save money on your utility bills with a preferred client service program from Holly Heating and Air. Holly's service program includes priority service, no overtime charges, 15% off all repairs, plus a regular duct system inspection. And should you suddenly need us, we're here for you with emergency service 24/7, 365 days a year. So turn to the experts, Carrier, and the comfort pros at Holly Heating and Air. A name you know, a name you trust.
Welcome back. Halftime, Silver Bluff High School, where tonight it's homecoming, and the homecoming queen, take three, is Megan Watson. And before the game, Coach and his picks of our winners tonight, I do believe you went through the homecoming court and said, I think this Megan Watson is going to be the winner. That's impressive.
Do you think that is what I said?
I think that's what you said. You're so good at picking them.
I don't remember that.
No, but congratulations to Megan Watson. She is our homecoming queen here at Silver Bluff. Silver Bluff, on the short end, it's a homecoming, and the alumni you'd think would be a little bit sad. They trail here at halftime to Allendale 13-7, but they might feel okay. They scored a touchdown with 1 minute and 23 seconds on a big play by Johnson to make it 13-7, and they've got the momentum. They get the ball first.
And what we've seen from the kickoffs from Allendale, it should be good field position for Silver Bluff. They don't kick it deep, and both times that they've kicked off so far, the ball has been either returned well, or we got good field possession because of the very short kick that they tried. So I think we're going to get good field position for Silver Bluff to start the second half, and if they can move the football, they can take the lead with a touchdown and an extra point. Then this crowd may come to life, and that could be important.
That could help. And
there's
Megan Watson,
yeah,
the homecoming queen, with the cheerleaders. And I'm going to guess she's a cheerleader on a regular basis and hanging out with her buddies.
And I think it's Reagan Watson.
Reagan Watson.
Reagan Watson.
Thanks for correcting me on that. Want to get her name right?
Absolutely do.
The cheerleaders happy. I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, the cheerleader, the homecoming queen, was always a cheerleader. So that's pretty much what you expect. All right, as Coach said, it's been a little bit of an adventure on the kickoffs for Allendale. As you see, they lay the ball on the tee sideways. So he's just going to run up there and kick
Johnson and Powell are deep.
Snatches.
That ball is not going to be kicked deep again.
Picks it up, and here we go. He's outside. He's got a lane. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Not before he crosses the 50-yard line.
And that's Dominique Davis, okay, one of their skilled people, and nice return. And the tackle that was, or he got pushed out of bounds, or he'd have been gone completely.
So we look at the Remax Tattersall replay. Good start for Silver Bluff.
And I believe that was the kicker who knocked him out of bounds.
Always makes you feel good when the kicker gives you some help. All right, Malik Williams leads his team out of the huddle with Bush and Johnson in the backfield. He's going to hand off inside to Bush. Bush pushes his way, picks up about 9. He's going to be second down and short.
And that play, that guard trap that you just saw run there has been a staple of the wing T offense for 75 years. Okay.
They give him a spot, 8 yards, second down and 2 coming up.
Nice run by Bush.
Same formation. This time Johnson finds a seam, cuts into it, moving his feet, gets up to the 25-yard line. That's going to move the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for Silver Bluff.
And I know it's early in the second half here, but those 3 plays, the kickoff return and those 2 running plays, they just seem to have a little bit more pep in their step, if you will, and looks good.
Best they looked tonight here in this opening drive of the second half. They trail by 6 points, looking to put 6 on the board, and an extra point will give them the lead. Little motion here. Quarterback not going to get a lot out of that. Pick up a yard or 2. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to end up with the quarterback having the ball, or there was a little missed timing there. That play did not look too sharp.
If it was designed, it certainly was slow in developing. Picked up 2 yards anyway. Second down and 8. Split a man wide to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson is the man to the left. Now they cover to the right. Sprinting out, he's the left-handed quarterback. He's going to run. They must have Johnson covered. He's going to pick up a few yards, make something out of nothing. 3rd down.
I think as the season goes on, and I've said this over the years at different times about Silver Bluff, I think they have to develop their passing game so that it can complement their running game.
Picked up a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Got to believe they're going to put it in the hands of Johnson. See if he can pick up the 7 yards, or at least half of it. 4 down territory, though they do have a very solid kicker in Lopez. Split a man out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Newton goes out wide to the right. Now man in motion is Johnson. They look toward Johnson, throws it in the middle, makes the catch. That's Newton. Makes a big catch. Going to pick up the 1st down, move the chains. Channel Law Firm 1st and 10.
And that's a nice pattern that Newton ran, but you got to give credit there to the quarterback. He had a man right in his face. There were 2 or 3 coming at him, delivered that ball perfectly. Nice play.
Channel Law Firm 1st and goal from the 10. Hands to Bush. Bush fighting for every yard. Gets knocked back, but not before he gains 3 at least on the carry. It'll bring up 2nd down. So ball's marked at the 7-yard line. 2nd and goal at the 7. Williams under center all night long. Wing T formation. Brings a man in motion. That's Johnson. Hand off to Johnson. He gets inside. Hit. Going to push it to the 5-yard line where he'll be down. He'll pick up 2 yards. 3rd down and goal from the 5 coming up.
Brings the ball to the 5-yard line where it becomes 3rd and goal.
There was a hole there that time. One of his blocking backs kind of got caught up in the hole. Shut things down a little bit.
Big play on 3rd down here. Coach, they go for it on fourth?
I think absolutely they go for it on fourth. They won't try a field goal. They're going to try to put this in the end zone.
Johnson on the left. Comes inside. He gets the ball. He's hitting the hole. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 6. And he's in the middle of the field, so it'd be a little bit longer than a normal extra point. They're actually going to spot him a little to the left.
That had to be a blocking assignment bust because that defensive lineman came completely unfree. That should never happen.
So they are going to kick the field goal, ignoring the advice of Coach Brace.
Well, they lost a couple yards.
Johnson is the holder. Kick is up. It's blocked.
It's blocked.
So we got a whistle. They're going to call it a block, and it's going to bring up Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. I believe it'll come out. And there goes a flag. This was a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, I believe.
Oh, that hurts.
On Silver Bluff. So it'll be the 20 if that's the call. Or they may be declining it. Not sure exactly. That may have been illegal participation, actually, now that I think about it.
That's what you got.
Illegal participation. They're going to decline it and get the ball on the 20-yard line. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for Allendale.
And I'll tell you, Ed, on that field goal attempt, it looked like it took them too long. Okay, that it wasn't as sharp as it needed to be, and it was easily blocked.
As it turns out, again, they've gone for 2 field goals inside the 10, missed both of them, and gave Allendale a little more breathing room. So here comes Allendale, dive play, moves the pile, going to pick up 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up. They're going to give him 4 yards to the 24. So he'll need 6 for the first. Another dive. Silver Bluff backs him up. He'll gain a yard just over the 25-yard line. We'll give him 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers.
Stout defense, both of those plays. Well done.
We'll call it 3rd down 4.5 as the ball's just a ball over the 25-yard line. Allendale needs to make the 30 for the first down. Usually what they've done here is run quarterback wide, either take it or pitch. He fumbled.
And there's the ball.
And Silver Bluff takes it away now. Scrum, and I believe Allendale got it back. That's one of those that they'll watch on film and go, whew, how did we let that get away?
Could have been.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. So 4th down, punting unit will come on the field.
Quentin Walker and Donovan Bush both had a shot at it.
We look at the Remax. Tattersall, did you see that replay? And you see that. Got a little close in there for us, but here's the punting unit. Ball spotted just over the 20. So Silver Bluff going to get the ball back, 3 and out. Here comes Johnson. He's a dynamic runner in space. Gets to the 35, makes a miss. Going to move to the 30, and that's going to be where they put it in play. Silver Bluff will have the ball deep into Allendale territory. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 as we look at a replay of a fine return.
It was a fine return. It wasn't a bad kick, but Johnson does a fine job right here. Hard to bring down. Great field position to start their drive.
He's the kind of kid who was probably very difficult to catch on the playground growing up. Moving everywhere. All right, we got a Aiken Regional Medical Center timeout on the field for an injured player. Looks like cramps. Let's hope that's what it is. We'll take a break. We'll come back and tell you what the result was when we return on the Aiken Standard High School football game of the week.
I know that it was a heart attack, but I knew he was in trouble. His right coronary artery was 99% blocked and already collapsed.
So within 10 minutes, they had put a stent in.
I'm so glad that we made that decision to go to Aiken Regional right away.
We definitely made the right decision in going to Aiken Regional.
I don't think we could have gotten better care.
Yeah, I think you've got who the player was that was injured.
That's the young man that we talked about in the pregame, Kenorian Williams, okay? Their defensive secondary man. And looked like a cramp at first, but I'm not so sure. Then as they took him off, it looked like he was
still
favoring
limping.
that ankle or something.
Still limping. And that's a tough loss for Allendale because he's been
important.
their best defensive player.
He's important to their defense.
Wing T. Solid wing T formation. Steps back and throws out of the wing T. Catch by Davis. Are they going to say he caught it? They call it incomplete.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a check of the Remax Tattersall replay, see if he really did catch it. Hard to see from that angle.
Yeah, that's a tough angle, but depending on which side you're on, that was either a catch or it wasn't. But the referee has the last say, and it's no catch.
An incomplete pass. Second down and 10 coming up. Johnson and Bush in the backfield. Williams under center. Man comes in motion. Drop the football. Picks it up. No, Allendale picks it up. That's going to turn the field. Allendale with the ball at the 33, 34-yard line. Allendale ball. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for Allendale.
Defensive tackle Jalen Polite was able to come up with that, number 57.
So miscues on both sides, helping both teams. That one's a big one, as the ball was at the 31-yard line after the punt return. Silver Bluff was in business. Now they turn it over, and Allendale picks up a few yards on the punt exchange to the fumble. Sends a man in motion, too much movement up front.
You got all kinds of movement. And, you know, Coach Bryant's got to be frustrated. They had a decent drive, take it down inside the 10-yard line, come away empty, get a punt, take it, get the ball in the 30-yard line and fumble it away. That's enough to give you gray hair.
6:07 left here in the third quarter, and with Allendale moving the ball on the ground as much as they do, they're going to run some of this clock, and these failed attempts at points in the second half may come back to haunt Silver Bluff. 5-yard walk-off, 1st and 15. Right up the middle, barrels through to the 40-yard line. I believe they're going to spot him at the 41. That'll be close to a first down.
And that is Kyreek Johnson, okay? And he is a large young man.
They're going to say he's just short. 2nd down and 1. Keeper by the quarterback. Jones picks up the first down as he moves past the 45 to the 46-yard line. So Allendale in business now, moving the football. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
Yeah, I say Kyreek's a big young man. He's only 5'7" tall. Goes about 185, 190. Those kinds of running backs are tough at the high school level. He's got those big legs. You can look at him. Powerful build.
Shifty. And can run over you. Now quarterback on the keeper. Good job by Silver Bluff to get out there.
And there's number 6 again, and we've called his name a lot, okay? And that is Donovan Bush.
Plays offense, plays defense. He's all over the field. So 2nd down. 2 split wide to the left. Man in motion. He's going to try to get that way, get outside, get the edge. Gets the edge, turns the corner. Going to pick up a few yards. Give him 4 on the play. Just short of a first down. Looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Desmond Williams on that carry, and he's the young man that had the touchdown for Allendale in the 2nd quarter. Nice run there. And unlike Kyreek, he's not very big. He goes about 135, 140 pounds. Quick.
One to the left, one spread wide to the right. Dive play, and the big man just muscling his way, churning his legs. And Allendale now in control, moves the chains again. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 as we take a look at the replay.
Good blocking up front. And the initial hit, he was the hitter. All right, he knocked the defender backwards.
Ball spotted at 37. Handoff, dive play, picks up 2. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Handoff to number 3, Desmond Williams. Again, we got 3 on the play.
Clock down to 4:20 in the 3rd quarter. Allendale nursing a 6-point lead. Looked like Silver Bluff was in great position twice to tie it up or take the lead, but could not get it. Settled for a field goal, had it blocked, got the ball back, and a fumble turnaround, and Allendale now moving the football. Momentum has shifted. Another dive.
There you go.
And a good play inside. Everybody continuing to block and tackle, and good job by the officials. Blow the whistle, get them out of there.
And that tackle was made by Ryan Tilley, and you can tell the difference in the size of the running back. He took his one arm, stuck it out, and he was able to bring him down with a one-arm tackle. He would not do that to Kyreek Johnson.
All right, looks like they are going to have a penalty. Unsportsmanlike on the defense is going to call another sportsman.
That's a big penalty. Unsportsmanlike.
That's going to be a 15-yard walk-off. That's going to take them inside the 20-yard line.
With the 1st down.
We'll move the chains. Be Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10, I believe at the 18.
The Silver Bluff crowd did not like that call.
Just inside the 20, he walks it off too. D'Angelo Bryant walking out on the field to make it clear who it was and what happened. And he's going to get a substitution here. And you got to believe that number 19, Alford, coming out, must have been the culprit.
He's going to get a little coaching, evidently.
Now the officials bring them all in.
And the young man is pleading his case.
The officials saying, okay, let's clean it up. It's not let it carried away. It's been a good ball game.
Yeah, and it's been a clean game. We haven't seen anything outrageous out there.
And I don't think that was that much of a...
Might have been verbal.
He just kept on playing and went a little too far after the whistle. So Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10, just inside the 20-yard line. So the officials are ready. They wind the clock. And Allendale's ready to go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, another fumble.
Yeah.
I believe Silver Bluff got it.
There you go.
If they don't got it, they think they got it.
And that play, it looked strange from the get-go. Okay. Maybe we can see, and there's another Bush in there making that recovery.
We look at the replay. A little bit like the fumble that we saw earlier.
The quarterback put that ball right on the man's hip rather than in his belly. On the ground, and Bush picks it up. They needed that.
So the wing T formation, you go back to the standard, they have thrown out of this. And they will throw. And they tried Johnson. Johnson quickly now gets the knee down. The 20-yard line. Picks up about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Called by number 5, Darius Johnson. Gail 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 6.
It looked like another fumble.
Yeah, something's wrong.
Picked it up off the ground. Now he gets outside, going to make something out of this. Johnson does. Johnson going to be marked at the 26, I believe.
That was strange, too. We've seen a lot of strange things here tonight.
It was in the pile. The ball was on the ground.
Let's see if we can see what happened on that with the replay.
Forward progress on that run.
Not at all positive. How did Johnson end up with that?
I don't know.
Another first down.
And he got a first down out of it to boot.
So they moved the chains. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Clock continues to run, 2 minutes, 10 seconds in the third.
There's another ball that looked like it was dropped. What in the world is going on here?
Johnson came up in the hole. That was Bush, actually, that came up in the hole to try to pick it up, but the quarterback having a hard time right now.
Yeah. Now, basically, they're always under center, so they do that every play, so we shouldn't be seeing the ball have too much trouble there. We see that when we see those kids that are playing in the shotgun or the pistol or something, then they have to go out into the center, then it often fumbles, but these guys, they do it every play.
Under center. Again, wing T. Drop back, looks the pass, he's under pressure. A quick screen. See if Johnson can get out of there. This is Bush. Bush runs backwards and keeps moving. And quite a run.
Yes, it was.
And I believe that's another Chandler Law Firm first down. Makes it up to the 35.
Bush did a lot of that himself. Malik did a good job getting rid of it. There were 3 people coming to get him. When Bush caught the ball, there were 4 defenders around him, and he busted through all of them.
All right, they've run the clock. He's a yard short, so 3rd down and 1. And bust through the hole. Does Bush going to get over the 40 to the 42? That's going to give him a Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10.
And I think he got the wind knocked out of him there. He got hit from behind and landed right on the football, I believe.
That's enough for another first down.
He needs a little break. And I think that was Yeomans that came in there from behind and knocked him down.
1st and 10. Same formation. Going downfield, Johnson trying to get through, and that's going to be a big sack.
Wow, that just looks strange. I mean,
the blocking up front.
Something's been wrong with that. I don't know exactly why, but
looked like a release, and he came right on through.
And it looks like every time he takes the snap, he's looking down to make sure he has it.
He lost 7 yards on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 17. Silver Bluff, their own worst enemy. I'm sure Allendale at this point, making sure don't give up anything big. You got the lead. Make them earn it. We're getting ready to go to the 4th quarter. It's another drop ball. Fumble, and Allendale says they've got it.
There has been so much pressure coming from Allendale. I mean, they're just blowing in there. They're selling out. Both of the people.
That was a pitch play.
Yeah.
He pitched it and didn't get it there. Had men in his face.
Well, Allendale's disrupting what they want to do. I mean, and they brought 2 guys from the outside, one from the right, one from the left, and nobody touched them.
So 1 second, 3 tenths left. Allendale will run one play, and we'll go to the 4th quarter. No scoring in the 3rd quarter, and Silver Bluff is going to find themselves with their back against the wall. Allendale with the ball deep in Silver Bluff territory. Again, that was one of those handoffs that could have gone awry. They fumbled that the last time.
That was close, too. Both defensive lines are just tearing apart the offenses right now.
All right, that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll flip the sides of the field. Silver Bluff coming up short in their attempts to score to even this game up. Still find themselves trailing by the same score as halftime, 13-7. We'll take a break. We'll be right back for the last quarter of this one when we return to the Aiken Standard High School Game of the Week.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tire she's riding on will. With a revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to Evergrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
It all started at one family night in Dumfries, Virginia. Family night is for everybody. It's a time for families to do crafts together.
The kids just love going to Chick-fil-A for dinner. Being the single mom and getting everybody ready, it was tough. We would get there a little bit late, like on the tail end of it. Helen saw that I was having trouble getting them to Chick-fil-A for the family night on time and actually got it extended another hour. Noticing things like that, I never really told her how much she affected me, but she did.
Love you.
Move.
All right, 1 quarter to go. Allendale leads 13-7. They're going to have the ball, 2nd down and 6. And they are deep into Silver Bluff's territory at the 32-yard line. They could probably put this one away with a score here. Try to get outside, turned him back in.
Oh, there's another fumble. That ball spent more time on the ground tonight than it has in the player's hands.
Number 16, Quentin Walker, got out there, turned him inside, reached out, I believe, knocked the ball out of his hand.
There you go.
So, Silver Bluff gets a break, takes the ball away from Allendale, and the turnover ratios have gone up here in the second half.
I should say they have. You know, this game's kind of a throwback. We're so used to seeing the wide open offenses. These guys are lining up toe to toe. They're coming right at you, and now they've just got fumbleitis. Nobody can hold on to the ball.
29-yard line, can't get through. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 10.
And we got a player down for Allendale.
I believe that's a Silver Bluff player. That's Johnson. He popped up.
Yeah,
he got cramps in that Barnwell game.
Okay,
well, there's another player down. Aiken Regional Medical Center timeout, and there is another Allendale player down behind the line of scrimmage. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
At the Jewelers Loop, we have a great selection of diamond engagement rings that every bride-to-be would love. So make your girl happy. Come see us in our 5,000 square foot showroom in the heart of Aiken. We offer diamond jewelry pieces from several high-end designers. Shop with us at the Jewelers Loop so we can help you find exactly what you're looking for at an affordable price. Or visit us online at thejewelersloop.com. The Jewelers Loop, where life's great celebrations begin.
All right, everybody's okay. We'll return to the sidelines. They're going to try Inner Sandman again to see if they can fire him up. All right, 2nd down and 10 for the injury timeout. Fakes, drops back, throws, and overthrows his man. Got turned around a little bit, backpedaling. Looked like a center fielder misjudging a fly ball for the Nats.
Those guys got to be on the field, don't they? He's out to the.
Wanted some call over there.
There's a. They better get the get-back coaches ready.
Then you think the receiver on that looked like a center fielder for the Nats who lost the fly ball in the sun?
Easy, buddy. Easy now.
Braves clinched tonight, I do believe. All right, another pass now in trouble. Going to be pulled down, a sack. That's going to lose about 10. Silver Bluff struggling offensively now. They're going to say he lost 13 yards on that. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 23. This might be time for a quick kick. No, or is it 4th down? It's the punting unit comes out. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and long.
Well, the defenses of both teams have had their way here in this second half. Penalties, fumbles, sacks. Offenses have struggled.
Silver Bluff gets a late player out on the field. Gets it away. It's going to roll. And it's still going to end up in Silver Bluff territory at the 47. We'll call it the 48. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 for Allendale. Clock starts to become an enemy for Silver Bluff. 10 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the ball game.
47-yard line. The Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
The flag twirlers trying to give their team some pep. Silver Bluff has shot itself in the foot, even though Allendale has tried to get them back in the ball game. 48-yard line. Dive play, stacked up, waiting for the whistle. Maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9.
Run by Allendale-Fairfax for a game without 2 on play.
That young man is what we used to call a fire hydrant. Short.
They've got 9 men within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. There's another fumble.
Picks it up, going to pick up good yardage. Real good yardage. Gets it up over the 40-yard line. A busted play.
Yes, it was. Very fortunate the quarterback was able to pick it up, and they may not have seen him at that point.
That moves the chains. Lost opportunity for Allendale on that. But based on the fumble rate of this second half, probably going to see another one. So the ball spotted at the 37.5-yard line.
1st down.
Stacked up right on the dive play. Gained a yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up. They're actually going to say his forward progress made it to the 35, so he picks up 2 yards. Must have slid in to that extra yard. 2nd down and 8. Defense needs to make a big play here. As you say, they're stacking it up front.
They sure are. May have been a penalty there, and good penetration again.
Quarterback kept it. Looked like a handoff. Wasn't a handoff. So he gets positive yardage. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but he picked up 4. He's going to need 3 yards for the 1st down.
I don't think that was intended. I don't think that was a called quarterback keep.
I think that's a read option that he pulled it back. Because it sure looked like he'd handed it off. They're going to run it to the right now. They bring a man back to the left, and they do run into that, away from that motion, and they're going to pick up the 1st down. Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10. Most important part, they'll keep the clock running at 7:59.
Number 3 Williams, good enough for another 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Allendale taking their time, getting the call in, run some of the clock.
Well, they got another 1st down, so they're content to move. 7:42 left
Ball to the 26-yard line. Same looking play. Quarterback keeps. Finds a seam. Won't go down. Strong kid. Finally knocked the pile down, but not after a big gain of about 10 yards.
And they're taking advantage right now, the last couple plays now. That quarterback makes a nice fake to the running back, and Silver Bluff is just flying to the running back. And the quarterback keeps the ball, and he's able to pick up some yardage.
And to add insult to injury, a face mask call against Silver Bluff will march it that much closer. They'll march it inside the 10-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal. Allendale. Nope, they're going to only give them 5 yards.
Yeah, they can still get a first down.
So ball on the 11, channel off from 1st and 10. And Silver Bluff needs a big play. Allendale scoots inside to the 5. Going to be knocked down there, but it's going to be a pickup of 6 yards.
They're trying to strip the ball, obviously.
Handoff number 3, Desmond Williams.
Referee saying, careful.
Boy, he's giving him a pretty good spot.
It looked like he got into the 5.
Yeah.
So he picks up 6. 2nd down, 4. They can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line. 5 yards out from a score that probably would put the nail in the coffin for Allendale. With all the fumbles in the second half, Allendale, or Silver Bluff, needs one here. And they push the ball into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Allendale.
And that was Kyreek Johnson, number 20.
We'll look at the Remax Tattersall. Did you see that replay? Just straight dive. Give it to your big man, let him go.
And he did.
He pushes the pile into the Tyler Tire end zone. So 19-7 is the score. Silver Bluff would have to score twice.
You know, I thought they would go for 2. Their kicking game is suspect, to say the least.
So they need 3 yards for this 2-point conversion, and they go back, and he gets in on the dive to the right. And that makes up for the missed extra point. 21-7 our score. Silver Bluff will need 2 scores and a half, where they've done very, very little on offense after they took the opening drive down to the 10-yard line, missed the field goal, had it blocked. Now they're going to be up against the 8 ball with 6 minutes and 7 seconds, and they've had a couple of big plays, so they might be able to get a big play, get down the field.
Well, we're going to assume that they're going to have decent field position again. I don't think they've had much problem with that, but they have not shown the ability to be a quick strike team.
Silver Bluff came into the game with 2 wins. Allendale looking for their first win. We really thought this was going to be an easy game for Silver Bluff, playing on their home field. It's homecoming night, and now you got to think the alumni are got to be a little nervous. Here comes one of the adventurous kickoffs again from Allendale. They take the ball, lay it on the tee. Now he's going to kick one of those worm burners. Going to get it at the 30. Got a little bit of room. Looked like he had a hole to go through. Now he gets outside. This is Davis over the 50 to the 45. So Silver Bluff has had great field position in the second half. Has nothing to show for it. Davis shook up on the sidelines. He's holding his ankle. That does not look like cramps as much as it does an ankle.
That's too bad, because that was a nice run, but he just got banged up a little bit on the sideline there.
Aiken Regional Medical Center. Injured player on the field is Dominique Davis. They attend to him. And we'll go back to the field. 43-yard line. Silver Bluff needs to move quickly. Going to drop back to pass, looking for the screen. Intercepted. This may be taken back to the house. Williams, stiff arm. Oh, the ball's out. Now the quarterback, Williams, goes out of bounds. And I believe that's going to be Allendale's football.
I think it is. They did not have possession as far as I could see. All right, the ball.
That'll be Allendale's football on the 22-yard line. That was a heck of a run with a stiff arm, but he got his football exposed.
Let's see if we can catch the number on this.
Boom, it comes out. Oh, missed it. Oh, and it goes out of bounds. That'll be Allendale's ball. Silver Bluff did not regain possession. And we're going to have a Honda Cars of Aiken timeout on the field. Allendale going to the sidelines to talk about it. 5:45 left to go in the ball game. Allendale with a commanding now 14-point lead. It's going to be tough from that.
And, you know, Allendale did beat Williston earlier in the year. They beat him last week, okay? And that's one of the reasons. Williston has not been playing that strong. And when coming into this game, I thought Silver Bluff had a little momentum going, and they would probably win the ball game. But Allendale's played well. But this has been a sloppy ball game the second half, let's face it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All kinds of things.
And we wouldn't be surprised if we see another fumble in this last 5:45, maybe two, because they've certainly been, both teams, fumble prone in the second half. But the ball will be at the 21-yard line. Allendale, I think at this point, will be satisfied with just picking up short runs. If they get it in the end zone, fine. But the clock is their enemy at this point. Run some of the clock off. Get out of here with a big win for the Tigers. Jones under center. They still go with that strong side formation. They run into that. Going to pick up 2 yards. It's going to bring up second down and 8.
And that's Kyrique once again. That's their Johnson, Kyrique Johnson. And I'll tell you what, if I'm coaching Annandale, I want them to score another touchdown, okay? Get their kids used to, you know, we can put the ball in the end zone. They've only won 1 game so far this year. Let's get some confidence here and figure out, you know, get a little hungry.
They spot the ball.
Because as the season goes on, they're going to need it.
Oh, absolutely. They spot the ball at the 18, so give him 3, second down and 7. Look for more of the same. Most likely to the left this time. Oh, his back wasn't there to hand to. Keeps. The formation looked wrong to me.
And he was looking for somebody to come up there so he could ride the football to him, but he never showed up.
As it turns out, he picks up 4 yards. So it's going to bring up third down and 3. They need to make the 11. It's actually 2.5. Taking their time, letting the clock run down. 4:10 left to go in the ball game. Well, they're lined up. The big man is not in the backfield. Want to try to keep it in the quarterback's hands, which is what they do.
Oh.
Gets a little push from behind. He's going to pick up the first down to the 7, and this is going to be Chandler Law Firm first and goal from the 7-yard line.
You see that a lot in football anymore, where the guy will just, you know, he'll get right by those runners, and it looks like a rugby scrum.
With the new back end, he looked like he had a clean uniform. That's a called play. All right, you're the pushback.
You're the pushback. Not the get back, you're the pushback.
And actually, if that's legal, that's not a bad thing to use down here. They need 7 yards. Depending on how long this takes, they're in great shape. Quarterback keeper, another push for the
man.
pushback, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Allendale. They extended to 3 touchdowns, and I think they just blew out the candles.
And that's Sean Jones. And they'll probably go for 2 again.
Jones came up a little bit limpy.
Oops.
Gimpy, he's heading to the sidelines.
Looks like he's got a taped ankle to begin with, and might need an ice bath.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, buddy.
See if they go back to practice the extra point. At some point you got to practice that in real game too. Didn't go so well earlier, and now would be a good time. This is a point that really is meaningless. I don't think Silver Bluff has 3 touchdowns in their arsenal at this point. They're going to go for 2 with a new quarterback under center. And movement, that's going to drop it back 5 more yards.
And Singleton, who is a wide receiver, is also obviously their backup quarterback.
Singleton walked outside and gave the wide receiver on the right side a little dose of, what are you doing?
Well, when Williams got the bummed up ankle, Singleton had to switch to quarterback, and somebody had to go in at wide receiver. Might be the first time he's been in tonight.
I had to believe Singleton was going to carry that football. He only needed 3. Now he needs 8.
But there's nobody to push him now.
No, he's going to run outside if he does anything. No,
whoa, look at it.
There's a little trickery. He's going to come up short, but they still,
all right, with
a 20-point lead. With 3 minutes, 11 seconds left to go, 27-7, and not looking too good for homecoming tonight.
No.
Yeah, back before we started doing ball games, Allendale was always a threat. They had some really, really good football players come out of Allendale, and they fell on some hard times. But they've looked pretty good tonight. Silver Bluff has helped them out.
You know, and I kind of think this is a step back for Silver Bluff tonight, unfortunately.
It's going to be a tough loss with the big crowd here tonight. And there's nothing worse on a homecoming for your alumni to show up in droves and not play your best ball game. But it happens, and I'm sure they'll bounce back next week.
And
still got 3 minutes to
schedule for the next few weeks for Silver Bluff is not great. They've got to go against Swansea, Saluda, Batesburg, Leesville, Abbeville. That's a pretty tough little stretch.
Punches the ball, picked up and dropped on the 37-yard line. So Silver Bluff will put it in play. Channel Law Firm 1st and 10.
Ball will be spotted at the goal line, 37-yard line, where they will take over. 1st and 10.
So I don't know about you, Coach. At this point, I think I'd put the ball in Johnson's hands, see if he can make a big play. The passing game, when they had to pass, just didn't look very crisp, resulting in that last interception on a little pop-up trying to throw a screen. And got rolled back into the backfield. That's our spark plug from defense, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The fire hydrant blows through and hits Williams and rolls him over backwards. Ball came out, but he hit the ground first. 2nd down. And I think Silver Bluff, keep it on the ground, run the clock, let this one come to a merciful end. Just wasn't Silver Bluff's night. Gonna pass. Gonna scramble, gonna get sacked again. Allendale adding insult to injury now.
And they are smelling the blood right now.
Silver Bluff going the wrong way. Allendale pouring it on. Third down to 23. Clock rolling down to 1 minute and 50 seconds. I think Silver Bluff taking their time running a little clock too. That looked like motion too. Johnson, they finally get it in Johnson's hands. And he's good enough that he'll make things happen. He's up to
Ball's on the ground again, but I think he was down.
Yeah, he was down. There is a flag. I believe that's going to be a legal shift. Either that or procedure. Face mask, actually, against Allendale. So Silver Bluff does get a break. That'll give him a first down, and I believe still only walked off 5 yards on the last face mask. And then
I'll tell you what, Javarius Yeomans and Jalen Polite have had their way the second half there on the defensive line.
All right, so it doesn't give Silver Bluff a first down. I believe it's only 5-yard variety. Wasn't a personal foul. So it stays third down. Well, no, they're winding the clock, and the scoreboard says it's fourth down. Yeah, it's got to be third. Third and 20. That helped a little bit. Give him an extra play, run the clock. Here they come. There it goes. Ooh. Almost made a play.
Yep. And that was almost a tip drill touchdown.
Worst part of that, it stopped the clock at 59 seconds. And now we got another.
Brian Bolden, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he maybe just got the wind knocked out of him.
I think both teams are going to sleep well tonight. Allendale may sleep a little bit better than their adversaries.
Here we go.
Aiken Regional Medical Center timeout on the field for an injured player. He gets up, head to the sidelines, and we'll have fourth down. Police here ready to escort the teams to the locker room. So we're down to less than a minute.
59 seconds.
Silver Bluff leaves the offense on the field. Allendale has pinned their ears back on these type plays. Let's see what they do. They don't come hard and over the middle, and that's number 16, which is Quentin Walker. We saw him playing defense. We see him make a big play. I believe that's enough for first down and move the chains.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is good for another first down.
Don't know that the cheering at this point is going to work. 45 seconds left to go in the ball game. 47-yard line. Silver Bluff playing hard to the end. Back to pass, going to roll out of the pocket. Looking, left-hander throws it down. In the vicinity, but incomplete. So we're going to have second and 10. In a game that was going along very swiftly is slowed now.
It always seems like the last couple minutes take forever.
Taking care of.
Break the huddle. Johnson going to play that slot on the left side, or the wing, as I guess they'd call it. He almost dropped that. Now he's trying to set up a screen, flips it out there. They got some room. This is Johnson. No, this is Bush. Bush with a blocker. He may take it in the end zone. Touchdown. Silver Bluff doesn't give up and scores
Donovan
a touchdown. 14.6 seconds left to go in the ball game, and that'll make them feel at least a little bit better as they go into practice for next week. They didn't give up. Put points on the board. That makes it 27-13. And they'll line up. Lopez will try for the extra point.
Oscar Lopez in to attend the extra point.
Taking their time. I'm not sure what the referee, this play is under review, is what you sort of expect from watching college football.
I don't think so.
What? You're going to review it. All right, now.
Here we go.
They seem to be ready. Left-footed kicker gets it up, and no good. So the score remains 27-13, 14 seconds left to go. We got another kickoff. Maybe they'll try an onside kick, Coach?
That was a hot, I don't think. Well, they might, but I don't know why.
Well, it's good practice.
The holder did a nice job getting that with a very high snap, and I'm sure that upset the timing, but missed field goal, or missed extra point, I should say. 27-13, and we have 14 seconds left. And it does look like he's setting up for a possible onside kick.
Like I say, it doesn't hurt to practice this, because now it's pretty much immaterial to kick it long. Might as well practice an onside kick. Win you a ball game somewhere down the road. It looks like Allendale expects that as they bring everybody up front. There it is. And picked up. Recovered by Allendale. Now they'll go into the victory formation and call it a night.
That wasn't a bad kick by the kid. It almost took that big high hop that you like to see at the end. All right. Take a kneel and let's go.
Immediately following the game, we ask that everybody do not come onto the game field after the game. Once again, please do not go onto the field.
We're going to have a special performance.
And homecoming representatives at the back end zone near the scoreboard.
They're going to have some special entertainment here for the alumni with a military band performance. And you know, Allendale, I don't know if they've practiced victory formation. They called a timeout probably to discuss, okay, here's how we do this.
Here's what we do.
No fights.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
Squat.
the Spirit marching band will be performing immediately following the game. We ask that all spectators do not come onto the field after the game. You may meet the players, cheerleaders, and homecoming representatives at the back of the end zone near the scoreboard.
Strong Thurman having their way with Emerald tonight. No surprise there. 31-6. As the Rebels look like they're on their way to another win. Lakeside 35-0 over Aiken. That was expected. They hammered Aiken last year. ARC 19-0 over Midland Valley. So Midland Valley not getting blown out, but hanging in there. And there's the kneel down.
There it is.
Look at Westwood. Westwood up 30-22. South Aiken making a game of it.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's a final, but South Aiken at least making it respectable as they still search for their first win. And that's going to do it here. Silver Bluff goes down here, and look at that score. Barnwell 21-21 with Wade Hampton.
Well, we said that was going to be a pretty good game, an even game. Both teams coming in unbeaten.
Both teams undefeated coming into tonight. Allendale-Fairfax comes up here and upsets Silver Bluff on homecoming. as both teams will go out to the field and congratulate each other, and we'll be entertained by marching band. And Eric, we'll stay here after the game and watch the marching band and just keep on rolling. Actually, what we'll do now, we'll take a break and we'll come back and wrap things up for another Aiken Standard High School Game of the Week.
People move to the charming community of Aiken, South Carolina for a variety of reasons.
To start a family.
To open a business.
To pursue a passion.
And to embark on a new chapter.
Whether you're on the hunt for a 1,000 square foot starter home, a 5,000 square foot vacation home, or a 10,000 square foot office building, or an even bigger piece of land, no one has more knowledge of the entire Aiken market than the RE/MAX Tattersall Group. Local experts in all residential and commercial properties, the RE/MAX Tattersall Group is the only international full-service real estate company in Aiken. A member of the RE/MAX Global Network, the Tattersall Group is also the only RE/MAX office in the country that's branded with both collection and commercial designations. The collection division provides exceptional service for luxury home buyers, while the commercial division is comprised of specialists who only handle commercial sales and leasing. With an in-depth knowledge of the Aiken market and years of real estate experience, our agents make the buying process seamless, from the search to negotiations to closing. Located in the heart of downtown Aiken, the RE/MAX Tattersall Group is ready to help you find a property you'll love.
From your first home
to your dream home.
To your dream office.
From plantations
and pastures to bungalows
and buildings.
No one opens more doors in Aiken than the RE/MAX Tattersall Group.
Seven to 13 as Allendale comes up and pretty much has their way. They sort of went back and forth in the third quarter, but Allendale exerted themselves and got a 3-touchdown lead. Silver Bluff did answer. As they go to next week, does the late touchdown help any?
Well, I think it does help some. Yeah. Okay. Especially the way they got it. That was a heck of a run. And I thought Donovan Bush did a nice job most of the night, offensively and defensively. However, like I said earlier, Silver Bluff comes into now a tough part of their schedule. Swansea next time, then Saluda, then Batesburg, then Abbeville. None of those games will be easy. Okay. And they're still having some growing pains, and as I said just a bit ago, a little step back, I thought, for Silver Bluff tonight. I expected them to be a little sharper than what they were.
All right. And it is actually a military tribute by the Silver Bluff Marching Band, and we're just kidding. We're going to wrap things up for tonight and let the guys go home. We'll be next week at Wagner Sally. If you thought, isn't that what he said last week? Yeah, it was, but I was wrong. Blackville Hilda will travel to Wagner Sally as we'll get ready for a good matchup, get ready to see a good football team in Wagner Sally for sure. But until then, for Ken Brace, for Eric Russell, and for all our guys working hard on the game, I'm Ed Gerardo. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week in Wagner High School. Until then, good night, everybody.
Taking care of a horse farm all by yourself is a lot of work, but I wouldn't take back a second. Living out here has